All right. The fun question. Can you tell when a man is just looking for sex?
I feel like yes. Like a lot of times, guys will like just upfront like ask you inappropriate questions, or sometimes they're like pretty feely touchy, and then sometimes, I don't know if you can. It's hard to explain. Sometimes you just kind of maybe bad vibes or something. I don't know. I don't think
Again,
you
the
can always.
energy.
Yeah.
Have you ever received, a picture of possibly somebody's dick?
Yes, one too many.
Okay. Now, here's the funny thing. And what I teach men is your communication should be no different than if you're at a picnic with somebody. And I always tell the men, have you ever pulled your pants down at a picnic to show your dick to a woman? And they're like, well, no. I'm like, then don't text her a picture.
Yeah.
It's different if you're intimate and you're
If you
having a
guys
lot
are
of
talking
flirty
like that,
sexting. Yeah.
and it goes in that direction, but just random pictures.
Yeah. And I had a friend years ago who told me that the average, and it was an adult dating site, full disclosure, it was Adult Friend Finder. And she said the average, like half of the emails she gets were a dick pic with literally one sentence: want to fuck, want to screw. And I was like, does that work? And she goes, no. And I'm like,
Right.
this was 15, 17 years ago. And I'm like, well, why would they do that? And I'm Irish, so I'm not going to do that. I'm like, no. But, and I asked her one time, I said, what made you respond to me? She said, sentences and paragraphs.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. For
You
real.
know, you treat the person with some respect that you actually have interest in, even if it's only for sex. I would argue you will be far more
Yeah.
successful. And there's
Ahead of the
nothing
game.
wrong with two adults having a friends with benefits situation.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But you still shouldn't try to speed that up to hyperspeed right off the bat.
Right.
It actually works against the man's interest, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
two, it shows maybe you're not as all that in a bag of chips as you might think you are.
Right. Yeah.
Get to know somebody. All right.
Right.
Do you believe you can typically tell when a man is just looking for sex?
Yeah, even if he's pretending he's not. The energy's different, completely different. And, there's all the cliche things where, he'll only contact you after a certain time of day or, night or whatever. Or, just constant innuendos or whatever, those kind of cliche things. But even when he's pretending that's not all he's looking for, it's still fairly obvious because the energy is just different.
Okay. Can you tell when a man is just looking for sex?
Absolutely. They're not really shy about it.
Is the energy different?
Yes, the energy is different and the ability to converse is different. Yeah. And I gotta say, it's not always bad. It's just different. So, and it depends on the energy that I have, whether or not, because I right now am not just looking for sex. So I don't resonate with that energy easily. But there have been moments where that's all that fits the bill, and then the energy is great, and I don't mind the banter.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.